So this week's Ask Dr Nikki is actually not a specific question. I find that the most common question that I get asked on these Ask Dr Nikki forums and also in everyday life is about long-term relationships and how to spice things up, how to keep it fresh, how to keep the intimacy going. And I feel like it's probably about time to do a video addressing all of these concerns, hopefully within the one video. So the question that I'm going to fire back to the people asking me this is, have you stopped putting in the effort? And it's something that might be confronting, but I think you really need to look at this. What tends to happen amongst a lot of other things is that people give up. Now, if you're married, if you've got children, if you're living together, if you've built a life together, you tend to stay together because you want to, it feels comfortable, you've got a family, you still do have love for each other. But there is this sense of giving up putting in the effort. Maybe you've been rejected. Maybe you've spent so long tapping your partner on the shoulder at bed at night, wanting to have sex with them, wanting to be intimate with them, and you've been shut down so many times that you've just given up. Maybe if you've been complaining about things in your relationship, you've been telling your partner why you're unhappy, what you want more of, what you need in the bedroom, and they just don't get it or they're just not listening, you give up. Now, when two people stop putting the effort in and they give up, then what's left? Two people going that way instead of going that way. There's no connection anymore. There's no working at a relationship. It's two people just surviving side by side. Now, when it comes to sex, everybody's looking for some hot tips and some specific things that they're doing wrong. But often when it comes to sex and long-term relationships, it's nothing to do with sex. It's to do with so much more that's going on in the relationship. Is there resentment? Is there sexual boredom? Have you ever really explored with your sexuality together? Or do you just do what you think is good sex because you watch porn and you think, well, that's it? But if it doesn't feel good and you're resentful, you're going to stop doing it eventually, because why sacrifice your sleep for somebody who can't even listen to your basic needs and concerns? If these are all things that are resonating with you, you need to consider, have you stopped putting the effort into your significant other and into your relationship? We're so busy these days and we have so many other excuses that we can put ahead of our relationship. It's work, it's family stresses, it's our health. These are all things that, yes, are important, but they seem to become at the top of the list. And the effort that we used to put into each other is no longer there. Not that I always like quoting people, but Tony Robbins has this great quote that if you do the same things at the beginning of your relationship, you'll never have an end. It might not be correct, but that's kind of the gist of it. And as much as I know that things are not always going to be the same in the beginning, it's the effort that we used to put in. It's the way that we used to make each other feel special, feel wanted, feel needed. If you are wanting to have more sex in your relationship, if you're wanting to have more enjoyment, then start to consider these things. Start to focus on each other. And even if you have been shut down, even if you have been rejected, even if your partner is not listening to your needs, keep trying. Try again. Change your tactics. Look at other ways. Because once you give up and you stop putting the effort in, then you just become those two people surviving day by day and not connecting with each other, rather pulling away. So that is my big general Ask Dr. Nikki this week. Now, if you have an Ask Dr. Nikki question that you want answered, or maybe you've got a comment on this one, jump onto my Facebook page. You can ask me anything, but please don't send dick pics. Okay, bye.